Hello. It is I, Danny G, from Danny Tries a Ting. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me if you're new here. Today we are doing inside a tiny home studio. So I want to bring you into my space. This is where all the magic happens. But this is where all the creativity happens. This is where most of the creativity happens. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a little glimpse into my world and how I have everything set up. There's color, there's plants, there's materials. We'll talk through it all. Yeah, so let's get to it.
But first, a look at the space before I actually did my thing. So you can't actually see through the pictures, but the ceilings are really high, and that big window actually allows for a lot of light, which I love. They kept everything white, but you know I was about to come in and just mess it all up. So I decided to go with pink. You know, as I become an adult, I love pink. And I wanted a pink room. But this wasn't always actually pink. You know what? I was on my Picasso and I also went through my blue period. Let me just pause for a moment to show you what it looked like during my blue period. In hindsight, the blue wasn't horrible. But there was a darkness that I felt like it brought onto the room that I didn't love. Anyways, back to the pink. I just felt like there's a warmth that sort of radiates onto the white walls, which I love. But remember I told you how my ceilings were really high? So I decided to just paint up until the point I was able to paint to. And I was sort of like, oh, could this be an aesthetic? Maybe. I'm not sold, but kind of cool, kind of funky. Okay, I say it all the time. I am a mama to two beautiful babies. So of course I was going to have my babies right there for me to see, to remind me of who I am and who I'm doing this for. It's a room full of love. So of course I was going to have my babies all right at the front, you know. Mama bear. Okay, this area is empty and I need to do something with it, especially because sometimes I film here and just, I think there needs to be plants. There needs to be something on that wall over there.
Okay, so here I have my markers, paintbrushes, but then also my color pencils. But I do also have another set of color pencils and then my other set of markers, and I think I leave them in the box because when I was small I always wanted this big size marker, always dreamt of having it. We couldn't afford it. And now that I have it, I just don't want to let go of the box. Which is silly, quite silly. I do need to reorganize these sections over here because that is actually mostly my daughter's things. She is a budding artist as well, and you know, it would have made more sense that her things be down here. But I actually think we're going to maybe work on this area over here and add a little desk so she can be my studio mate. Okay, so this one is my art cart. And that one is more so for sewing materials. Okay, so my sewing machine is here. She's a little cheap one that does the job, at least when I've been playing around with quilting. Just like my sewing materials, iron, everything over here. And then I actually have something. This is some of the stuff that I use to pack my sticker sheets and what have you. So that cart came in handy. I just want to be able to have things mobile if I want to move them around. And then this actually, all this needs to be better organized. I think I need some sort of like paper tray or what have you, or cabinet. More of the materials, just like for coloring and for exploring. So pastels, markers, charcoal, watercolor, all that jazz is in there. And then here is mostly adhesive stuff, but then also all my daughter's stuff. She has a bunch of sketchbooks. She has a bunch of coloring paper. Every day she grabs some paper and she just like does her own thing. So this needs to be organized too. And like I said, I would like to actually, what I'd like to do with this wall over here, I'd like to put a shelf right over here. So actually some of my plants can move away from the vent that is hidden there. So another shelving over there, and then a little desk or something for my daughter so she can be my studio mate. You know, me and my daughter just drawing, working together. You know, that would be the life. That would be beautiful. So this whole area still needs to be organized. But so far it's okay. It's okay. What's the back? So again, this goes downstairs. This is the beautiful piece by our friend Michelle Lefad. I'm saying her name. I'm saying her name like it's French and I don't even know. But Michelle Lefad, I'm going to link her IG so you can also see her work because it's beautiful. And, you know, we're all about body positivity. We are all about embracing bodies, and I want my kids to see that. So yeah, and also embracing nudity, like that's nothing to shy away from. So I love it. It's beautiful. It fits perfectly. See, the ceilings are really high. There's all this dead space I wish we could do something with. Anyways.
Onto the quirky things that I love. This was a pot that I found on Facebook Marketplace for 20 bucks, and I absolutely love it. It marries my love for clothes and my love for plants, bam, into this beautiful pot. I just had to find some like dried flowers or something to create a lovely arrangement, but I absolutely love that piece. One of my favorite aspects of my studio is my desk and seat combo. Love this chair. I found it on Facebook Marketplace and I absolutely adore the shape of it. I love that it's like cushiony. The person got it upholstered. Yeah, it's my favorite find. And then this is a Danny D creation. It's an IKEA table that I decided to just play around with. It looked something like this before, and then was at my old studio. I painted it black, but I didn't varnish it, so then it was chipping. So then I was like, okay, you know what? We can do this cooler. So I just played around with the paint that I already had and wanted to sort of spice it up a little bit. So yes, my IKEA desk. This is my desk on a good day. Usually it's super messy. It's usually not very organized at all. You see in the little corner, I have lists. I love lists. I think I said that in a couple videos, but I just love writing lists. It helps me get organized. Sorry, stay organized. And then I have notes and quotes. I feel like they're sort of affirmations that also help to keep me focused on my goals and of like finding my inner child. Okay, so here I have a piece of glass that I brought with me from Philadelphia when I was living there. It's for stop motion animation. I have yet to set up a sort of stop motion animation studio in my space, but I'm holding on to it because I really want to venture back into that. And this is a piece of, actually it's a bunch of different IKEA packaging that I love. I just love the texture of it. I just think it's so beautiful and fascinating. I would love to turn this into some sort of hanging art piece or figure out how to turn it into a light of some kind. I just absolutely love the texture and the way that the texture moves. So I'm hoarding it. Okay. There's scraps. I really want to hold on to the scraps and make some sort of quilt using recycled materials. It's all materials I think I got at Value Village. Something about all the stuff that we hold on to and bringing new life to old stuff is really interesting to me. Okay, now you know you were going to find traces of carnival in my house. Clearly there's not enough, but these headpieces and even this mask, this was a mask that I made. It was celebrating carnival during COVID. I actually did do it. No regrets. Anyways, yeah, this basically the shelving, I think this shelving unit is from Muji, and we sort of decided to hold on to it. These are some of my books, but I think a lot of my books are also downstairs. That wasn't supposed to be part of the book. Okay, let's do that again. Actually, the Shirin Nishat book it was one of the first performance works that really had an effect on me. And then that Julian is a Mermaid book is just the most beautiful book ever. I must show you this book because the illustrations they're just so gorgeous. I love this book. The message is beautiful. I just wish there was a little bit more text, but otherwise it's one of my favorite books, even though it belongs to my kids. And I'm clearly hoarding it in my studio. It's just beautiful. Look at that. Just look at that. I love it.
Okay, so this is where I have my sticker sheets for now. I think as I make more sticker sheets, I'll have more bins for them. I've cut them to make it a little bit easier when I'm actually shipping things out. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of how everything sort of came along. So it's nice to actually have some stock on hand, given that most of the stuff that I sell is actually print on demand. Okay, I actually did want to talk about this. This is the gender reveal. I was living in Philly when I was pregnant with my first, and my partner's birthday was coming along, so I really wanted him to know the gender because I knew he was really, really hoping for a baby girl. He was just, I don't know, very excited at the possibility of that. So I mailed him this little paper puppet gender reveal thing.
So I'm going to go up the stairs, back onto the second floor, so that I can properly introduce you to all my plant babies. Hello. Hi. Hi, plant babies. So I love my plants. And again, the vibe was pink. So we were trying to find plants that mostly had some pink on them.
Okay, my poor little fiddly fig is not doing so well. I tried to bring her back to life. I keep changing the soil. I put her in a pot that was a little bit smaller as well. This is like my last hurrah at bringing her back to life because I don't know if me and fiddly figs are meant to be, but I talked to her. I'm hoping that will, maybe the conversation will help her bloom, you know?
I'm going to list all of their names within the video, but a lot of them actually don't look so hot, and I think it's because we've been running the AC. Again, we've been in this house for about 1.5 years now, so during the wintertime they were great, but so many of them have been, I think, feeling it. So some of them just don't look as great as they once did, which pains me. Again, more plants. Listen, I got plants everywhere. I think I counted at least 50 plants in this house. So that sounds crazy to me because I never thought I was a plant lady, but I clearly am. But taking care of them is so much work. I love it, but also it's a lot of work. Oh, snap, more. See, they have like a tinge of pink. Oh gosh, I should show you the ones that didn't make it out well. They're in my bathroom right now. One is good, and then two of them. One is called Party Time. I would think that it would have done well, but she ain't in the mood to party with me. Let me show you.
I could not end this video without one, notes from post-production, two, fat shouts to this dining table right here, which is also my studio. Bam, that's the cup in which I had my tea. Bam, those are the chips that I was snacking on. No, I didn't touch any of this candy because it belongs to my kids and it's from a party. Bam, this is the computer in which I'm editing on. Brr, that's the time that I'm editing at. Woohoo, this is the baby monitor. I put it on mute just so I can make this little quick video. And bam, hey, this is me editing, post-production baddie. So I just wanted to give a fat shout to this other studio, which is my kitchen slash dining table. Brr.
Friends, dear friends, we have arrived at the end. Oh my gosh, we're already at the end. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me along this journey to discover my cozy, pink, beautiful, tiny, but mighty artist studio at home. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe. Wait, did you click the button? I didn't see you click the button. Like and subscribe. And I will see you again next week. All right, cool. Bye-bye. Bye.